John Day Dam, the newest dam on the lower Columbia.
Despite its simple, uncomplicated design, this is maybe the largest run-of-river dam in the entire United States. Its structural height is well over 200 feet, and the difference between the upstream water and the downstream water, or the hydraulic height, is 113 feet.
While most of the lower Columbia was being developed in the 50s and 60s, this dam wasn't completed until 1971.
This lack of urgency has everything to do with geography. While the stretch of river between Portland and the Dalles contained 2 navigation-stopping rapids, the river between Biggs and Umatilla was relatively mild, which meant that even with the swirling current, early barge traffic was able to go up and down the river.
And so since this was already an active navigation channel, the dam had to be constructed in phases.
Step 1 was to blast a deep bypass channel 100 feet through the bedrock around the dam site. This deep water navigation channel allowed ship traffic to pass through every phase of construction. The navigation lock was later built on top. Step 2, construct a cofferdam to dewater half of the channel. This would provide a dry space for construction while the river flowed naturally by. The dam's 19-bay spillway structure was built this way, but missing the concrete between the pylons to allow the river to pass through. Step 3, remove the cofferdam, allowing the water to return through the spillway area, and construct a second cofferdam for construction of the powerhouse.
This method of using cofferdams to push the river entirely to one side of the channel and then to the other side is pretty common for dams like these. Unlike deep canyon dams like Hoover on the Colorado, it's really not practical to put the entire lower Columbia into a diversion tunnel. And so since you can't dewater the entire dam site at once, you do it one half at a time. Because of the combination of its height and its position on the lower river, the John Day Power Station is the second largest hydro installation in the entire Pacific Northwest, second only to Grand Coulee Dam. Its 16 generators are capable of outputting an astounding 2.4 gigawatts of clean renewable energy, all without putting an ounce of new carbon into the atmosphere.
Lake Umatilla stretches for 110 miles up the Columbia into eastern Oregon and Washington, past communities such as Oregon, Arlington, and Roosevelt. With a vertical drop of around 120 feet, John Day has the tallest navigation lock in North America.
Remember that old bypass trench that they built the lock on top of?
Somehow they neglected to remove this rock outcropping right here, and it still sticks out of the water today as a nuisance for tug captains.
Continuing up the river to Umatilla, Oregon, we have